Hello YouTube, it's Logan of Team K-Flash bringing you my 4th place deck profile at the Northern Championship in Auckland. I decided to play this deck based on a dice roll. To be honest, I was gonna probably play Phantom Knights, but this won the dice roll that I was out of the two. For me, this deck did really good. Just a reminder, some of the base idea of this deck was shown on by Pack on Twitch. So this is basically his list, and I've just changed a few cards, I'm pretty sure, like a couple. But besides from that, mostly all his. So if you guys haven't checked him out already, just go to his Twitch channel, Pack Official TCG. I can't remember my matchups. I think round 1 I faced Dragon Link, I 2-1'd. Then after that was what was it? I 2-0'd a Virtual World, 2-1'd Madolches, 2-1'd Emancipator, 2-1'd another Dragon Link, 1-2'd Buster Lock. I 1-2'd on a Dogmatica Invoked, and I think Final Cut I 2-1'd Infernoble top 8 cut, sorry, and then I got 2-0'd by Dinos. Hard bricked, but it happens to everyone, so doesn't. Yeah, loss is a loss. Would I change anything about this deck? Yeah, put Gossip Shadow in. So I've got another Field of Protection, but besides from that, the deck running perfectly well. I probably wouldn't change anything in the main. Maybe in the side deck. But besides from that, that's about it. So let's get on with the profile. I played 3 Lulu because that's staple. She's like the best card in the whole entire deck. I wouldn't change anything about her. Like, I would not down into 2. Keep her at 3. Because I maxed out on all the virtual worlds. So, yeah, we got Nin, a really good extender. Specials back when a level 3 monster is summoned to the, or special summoned to the field. Becomes a tuner and banish it when it leaves the field. And then you can add back a banished card to the deck. Really good. 3 Lao. This is like a really good combo piece. So they all have the same effect, where you send a virtual card base. So you target one on the field, and whenever you target, let's say, a spell, you send the opposite card types. So if you target a spell, you guys send a monster or a trap. This one, when you activate its effect, you target a virtual card, send the opposing ones you didn't choose, and then you special him in the monster from a graveyard. So he's a really good instant rank level 9, or rank 6, depending if you have the trap in your grave. We got GG, which is pretty decent. He does the same thing as the others, obviously, and during the end phase, you can add a virtual monster from your grave to the hand. So he really helps you recover if you're going to lose all your resources on the field. So he's a really good every now and then. To be honest, I forgot about his effect the whole event, so, you know, rookie mistake. But I think I did pretty well from the 3 days I had to practice playing this deck, 3 or 4 days. So yeah, I'll keep him at 3. 3 Lily, aka Kieran, double Foolish, so you'll just target a spell, send a trap, and his effect will send the monster. So that's it for the virtual worlds. Now, I've been seeing people saying that Nin should be a 2 or a 3 of. I would say 3, because you want to maximize as much resource potential as possible. So, yeah, if you guys are thinking what to play, I would just say 3. It's just better that way. For my hand traps, I played 3 Nibiru, 2 Ash Blossom, and the Gamma package. This did really, really well. I drew hand trap basically every hand. Triggering thing, you can draw two of these guys quite often, sadly, but aside from that, these ratios are really, really good. The deck does, when it breaks, it legit just says, you're gonna die. Unless your opponent's like misplays or doesn't realize. Obviously Nibiru is the MVP, probably best hand trip of the format. Wouldn't put him down to anything else. So that's all the hand traps. Now we've got the spells. We've got Qualoon, probably the best opening card to ever have, this plus any other spell trap. Because this is activate, and it activates a spell and trap direct from the deck, and you gain effects based on how many cities you have on the field, face up on the field. But I really wanted to resolve his last effect to special summon up to 4 virtual world monsters from the extra deck, but you rarely will get that through. I think I've only gotten it off twice, but I didn't get it off in the event, so all I did was using it just to activate. So yeah. Keep that at 3, because it's really, really good. Qinglong, you're probably your best card in the deck, next to Lulu. Because when this card is activated, you can banish a virtual world card from the grave and target a monster on the field for cost and negate its effects until the end of the turn. And when it's in the grave, you banish to add a virtual world monster to discard a card. So that's really, really good. Because it's like a rotor in a sense. Because the cards you usually pitch shouldn't matter, because you'll just pitch like a Spear Gamma that you drew. Or you can just pitch a Chuchi if you have one spear in your hand that you need to extend further. So yeah, keep that at 3. Played 3 Potted Desires. This card's really good. I didn't start this out once. I always kept it in because it's pretty good to get, your plus. But it can hurt you. For example, if you don't set up in a particular way, you can activate it and just banish all your Lulus. So keep in mind, please try and use this not straight away. Try and gain a bit of an advantage at the very start to pull some hand traps. Or try and get a Lulu if you don't already have it, or a Lao or a Qinglong. I started out one of these, about basically every game, but always kept average 2. Played Foolish Bureau of Goods. People don't really play this card. From what I see in the Datascape to Virtual World the Facebook page, but I played 2 because Pack played 2, and I just wanted to see what would 2 do for me. And it's really, really good, to be honest. If they ash this, and you have a really good hand, they are gonna get murdered, straight out murdered, if they don't have anything else. But if they do foolish it, ash it, it doesn't matter. You should have enough extenders in hand to continue playing. And if they don't foolish it, you're just going to send Qinglong, then banish Qinglong to add and discard. It's just baiting, realistically. I say this card's just used for basically baiting or giving you a +1. For the other one-offs, Italy and Corbagrave. Corbagrave came in really, really handy a lot when they went to ash me when I was trying to Foolish Bureau Goods to actually play, because I did draw a couple of dead hands, and Corbagrave saved me from not dying, because to be honest, when you Foolish Bureau of Goods and then into Qinglong, and then Qinglong legit will unbrick your whole entire hand. And Italy is just the best way to extend even further to get your Cloud Castle if they nib you, or get into an extra level 9 on the field with your Calamities. Then the last card is the 3 Chi-Chi. The Trident / increase/decrease rank and level by 3. Really, really good trap card. It won me quite a bit of games. I would not change this. This is definitely a 3 of. Sadly enough. So when you have this behind the Calamities, you can legit just go, and they activate Dark Ruler. You can go, chain, Chi-Chi, target a card on the field and pop it. if you have calamities up and your spell card target your spell card to pop, because that will also, doesn't matter about the spell card being killed because it will pop CF next to him. When you do that, you go chain, so Dark Ruler, chain 1, chain 2, Chuchi. If they have no response, chain 3 into calamities, so therefore it can be activated. It's not activating directly in the response of Dark Ruler, so therefore you can get your calamities off still. But yeah, the trap card is really, really amazing. Let's go with extra deck. 2 calamities, probably the best card, obviously the best card in the whole entire deck. Won me so many games, it's not even funny. Card probably might get hit. I played Zeus, but with Zeus basically didn't even come up, and when it did come up, I usually had 4 materials behind him, and I'll show you how I did the 4 materials. And these are kind of basically showing you. I usually use these 3. So you go into Fan and go into Charger, but you don't use the materials for him, and then you have him on top. So that's 4 materials. And Castalia Battalion M7, I went into him once, I think, but it didn't matter. The guy, yeah, I usually just went into these 2 most of the time. And obviously when you see this with the 4 materials, they usually just like scoop them up. Fan's really, really good. Targets a card on the field, and 1 on either player's graveyard and banishes them. And when it dies, especially someone's 2 with the same attribute and typing. So it's really good for a double extend to another rank 6 or to extend further to get you 2 free level 9s. So yeah, play 1 of him, only 1, don't need any more. Long, definitely taking this card out. This is, if you guys are going to play this deck, I wouldn't recommend playing this. I'll probably change this to a Gossip Shadow, because Gossip Shadow I felt like will come up more than this. All this is doing is legit just it's just another name, I reckon. But besides from that, I did summon him a lot just to attack and go into Zeus, but yeah, don't really need it. And the last one of the XCs is the Breaksword. Breaksword did come up for just to force out negates or just pop their back row. So I usually had this with a Calamities and a Shinshin, so I'll just target him and then face down, pop them both, and force them to activate it. Cloud Castle. When you Nibiru them, you just resort back to Cloud Castle if they've killed you level 9. Special when it's going Calamities and have that token up, that beefy token. Really, really good. It's a 1 Shinshin, Macrocosmos on the field. Really, really good to have next to your Calamities. I wouldn't probably change this. 1's enough because it can just recur itself. Then we got Coral Dragon. I actually never summoned this card, but it was there if I needed it. Since it's a tuner and it's a free draw. I might change it, but I don't know what to. So besides from there, I'll probably just keep it in. 1 Coral Dragon, Crocomandolcus, what did Arcatocamandolca fish thing? I don't know how to say his name. That's all I will say. Every time I summon this, synchro summon to Crocomandolcus. Draw power, discard 2 to pop. Discard 2 for pop came up every now and then, but I usually just summoned it, drew, and then just try to extend even further into my Calamities. Charger, just a free draw. That's all it really is. They use this for the Utopia Beyond OTK, but I don't play off Utopia Beyond because I'm a noob. Vermilion, didn't go into Vermilion once because I didn't feel the need to, but I'm sure there was scenarios where I could just go in Vermilion pop and then just went into Calamities, but I never did that, so yeah. So, but he is really, just to clarify, he is good to have. And then we've got 1 Juju. Juju's really good. I summoned him once, but besides from that, he was just another name for me. And that's basically it for the extra deck. Now for the side, obviously Nibiru tokens. I played Nibiru. Lol. I played with 3 Dark Ruler No More. This card won me quite a bit of my games because of the fact, like, when I went into calamities, they'll just scoop instantly, and when they did scoop, I just guessed and just assumed, so I was like, I'll just side this in just in case, because I'm 100% certain they were just going to be combo, because most of the decks that were getting played there were combo, yeah, just combo. So, and when I did play this, I broke boards like Dragoon boards, bust the lock and everything, because I could just Chi-Chi pop them, activate Quilloon, activate, banish. Really, really good card. 3 Twin Twisters. I didn't side this in. I side this in twice, but I never saw it, so yeah, it is good to play though. A Secret Spice, 2 Prohibition. This is a good card. I won't tell you wrong. I activated this and I normally just called Nibiru, the Primal Being, because I don't want to be nibbed. So yeah, screw that card. And you can also use this card to take away their combo pieces or activate on Dogmatica and just say Nadir Servant or Ecclesia, because Ecclesia is like their best extender, or Punishment. Rhino Pearl Auto, never used, but it's still good to have. 3 Lancia, kind of killed me in my top 4 cut. I drew 3 of them, but it's all good. This card was alright. I'll probably change this. I probably will change this. Yeah. We got 2 Ghost Ogre and 1 Ghost Mourner. Oh, Ghost Mourner Chill, Moonlight Chill. I use this because it's an effect value that deals damage if they remove the monster, so if they try and get me into time, I'll just use this on, like, say a Striker Dragon or something, because they'll just remove it from the field anyway. And Ghost Ogre just to destroy their Striker Dragon if they use its effect. So that's it for the deck profile. Yet again, this is basically packs list. It's a really, really good list. Well, it fit my type of playstyle personally, because it felt like really high, really good control variant. But yeah, if you guys have any comments or anything like to give any tips, I'll happily take them on board. Besides from that, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, sorry I haven't been posting or anything. I've just been really busy. I might just do a collection video soon, because me and my mate bought a collection. But besides from that, yeah. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for the next uploads that hopefully will be happening soon. And stay tuned for more. See you guys later.